Hi, my name is Jessica Lesh, and I had the privilege of living in the Bixby home for about 8 months. While I was there, I got to see the Agape House go from these two buildings that were just like a shell. There was nothing in it, there was not a whole lot to it. And in the time I was there, I saw it go from that and turn into or transform into this home. A home that was full of laughter and joy and hope for the kids that now live there. I remember the week leading up to the kids moving in, we stayed up super late a couple of nights working to stain doors and get trim painted and make sure all the final details were kind of put in place so that it was all ready for the kids when they came home. And I just remember being tired and worn out, and then I remember the day that the kids got there, and I remember the joy and the excitement and the feeling of coming home. These kids had waited so long and heard so much about their new mountain homes, and they were finally there. And I remember thinking in that moment that this must be a glimpse of heaven. This must be a glimpse of what it's going to feel like to finally be home, to be with my Savior in heaven, and it changes everything. The verse that the Agape House has adopted is 1 John 4:19, and it says, "We love because he first loved us." And that verse encompasses everything that they do at Together We Can and in the Agape House. And in my 8 months in Haiti, I saw that verse demonstrated in so many real ways. It was never in my plan to go to Haiti. It was never something that I wanted for my life. But God, ever so true to his nature, saw me and knew what I needed. And so he took what he knew I needed and placed that in my life, regardless of the things that I wanted for myself. And through my time in Haiti and my time with the Bixbys and the Agape House children, God wrecked my life in the best possible way. God showed me a love that goes beyond language barriers. He showed me a kind of love that gives absolutely everything that you have to give. And then when you think you have nothing left, you give more. He showed me his redemptive love in real ways. The way that he takes his children out of death and destruction and gives them new life and hope in him. And he showed me the love of a child who, anytime he saw me approaching from across the valley, he would yell my name at the top of his lungs. And he showed me a love in a little girl who was scared and hurting and afraid to love, but through his grace was able to learn to love me in such a way that I became her best friend. And that kind of love changes you. That kind of love takes you from your life, from what you think you know, and makes you into something greater. And it's the kind of love that holds you and can't let you go back. I don't want to ever go back to who I was, because my heart is forever different for having gone to Haiti, for having a God who takes me out of my comfort and places me on top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere and uses children and people who speak a different language to impact my life so greatly. There are currently 14 children in the Agape House, and they are sweet and sassy and beautiful and bold and brave, and they are smart and hurting and happy, and they are real with very real hearts and very real needs. And if there is anything that I can encourage you to do, any way that I can encourage you to support them, it is to pray. It is to pray for those children. Pray for the mamas and the teachers and the security guards. Pray for Stephen and Autumn and their family and all of those that run things stateside. Pray for the Agape House and Together We Can as a whole, because I believe in prayer. I believe in its power. I have seen the power that prayer has in situations and on lives, and I believe that we have that power in us. We have access to that power through Jesus, and so I encourage you to pray, and if you can support in other ways, then do that, but mostly pray. Thank you.